Hey guys, my name is Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. I am just about to price a bunch of thrifted items and put them into my antique booth, Green Onion Vintage. So I thought before I put them up in my booth, I would at least share with you everything I've been buying recently to try to resell for a profit. It's not a huge haul, but there is some fun stuff in here that I think you guys would like to see. So let me just get started. So everything I'm sharing today is kind of a mixture of things that I've recently thrifted and then other things that I've had around my house because I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep them or sell them in my booth. But now that we're after the new year, I am trying to declutter a lot, so I am kind of pulling out those things that I don't necessarily need to keep. I just really like them, especially when I first bought them. So the beauty of having a booth is that you can keep something for a while, and then once you kind of get used to it, you can part ways and then hopefully find something else that you love just as much somewhere along the way. So first up, I have this camera bag, and I think I shared this with you guys when I first thrifted it because I only paid a few dollars for it, and I was pretty excited because it's an antique, not an antique, it's a vintage Canon bag. It's just such great quality though, has all the compartments. So of course I do have a lot of camera gear, so I was thinking about keeping this, but I do think that I could part with it just because I've already had it for several months and I still haven't found myself grabbing it. I just think I have plenty of other bags, even though they're not quite as protective for my camera. I just have other things that I grabbed first. So sadly, I think it's time to part ways. I think I can probably charge about $25 for it in my antique booth. I'm not sure that I'll be able to do it up in my treasure house booth though. I have a second booth at Greenville's 3rd Street Market, which has a little bit more of a variety of antiques and vintage items. So I think that I might need to sell this there, but I'll check with my mom because we do the booth together and see what she thinks about which booth I can put this in. But this is item number 1. Really sad to see it go, but I do think I can get a very good profit if I sell this item. I've been keeping my eye on my local Goodwill quite a bit, especially right after Christmas because I feel like a lot of people are decluttering. So I have this little honey jar from Hearth & Home, so that's the Joanna Gaines brand from Target. Never been used. It even has this little honey stick. I thought I would keep this, but I think I'm going to try to sell it first. It's so cute though, but I only paid $2.54, so I feel like I have a little bit of room for some decent profit there. I might ask closer to $10. I need to see what it retails for, so that might be a little high. Maybe I'll do $8 in my booth. That would at least almost triple my money, because I think when I bought this, the green was a little bit discounted that day. And then another recent purchase from my local Goodwill is just a set of iron candlesticks. Try to get them in here. I just thought they had some good character. I know they're definitely not vintage or antique. They say they're made in India, but I believe I paid about $4 for the pair. And I think in my booth I could probably get closer to $12 for the pair. Even maybe more like $16, honestly, because they are real metal. And candlesticks can be a pretty good seller. I think the style is really relevant, so maybe I'll try $16. Just for the set though. I will sell them together because I'd like them to go to the same person. And then also from my local Goodwill, just found a cute little white pitcher. I don't typically pass these up. This is not true ironstone, and it's probably not that old either, but it was only $2.54, which at my Goodwill, that's a pretty decent price. I feel like the prices there are very hit and miss, but I liked all the details on this one. It's really cute. I would probably put like a little sprig of some of my fake boxwood that I have just a plethora of in my basement. So that would be what I would do with that, but I just thought that was really cute. Also, I'll probably sell this for probably $10 with a little sprig in it, maybe even $12 actually. Just because these types of things are a really good seller for me, so I bet I could get $12 for this with a little floral arrangement inside. And then also for Goodwill, they had these together in a little Ziploc bag for $1, so I thought those were great. I don't know that I'm going to sell them right away because I have so much artwork that my kids make on a regular basis that I kind of think these would be a cute way to display them. And they're a little rickety, so I don't even know that I should sell them. I think that they're just kind of fun to have, but they're just these two little mini easels. I think they're not sturdy enough to be considered plate holders. They're definitely like, you need to put something lightweight on there, but I thought those were really cute, and for $1, not a bad price at all. And then I grabbed this little recycled glass bowl. Also not old, but my booth is really focused on home decor, honestly. So for $2.54, I thought that was a pretty good deal. I could probably ask closer to $5 or $6 for this. Then I also snagged a glass Pyrex bowl, $3.67, but I think almost everything that I got was on a day where these were discounted. So this was a really good price. It's all capital letters, which means to me that it's a little bit older than some of the newer Pyrex. The newer Pyrex will have lowercase letters, is my understanding. But let me know down below if you're like a big Pyrex person, if you know for sure. It didn't come with a lid or anything, so it's just a simple glass mixing bowl, just a nice middle size. And it was $3.67, like I said. So I'll probably ask maybe like $8 for this one. And this is one of those items I had in my house that I've been keeping because I really like it, but I do think I could sell it. I probably paid around $2 for it, and I will probably try to sell it for about $6. One of those things that I really like, but I don't have to have it, basically. And everything else that I have to share with you today, I got at the Goodwill Outlet, or some people call it the Goodwill bins. So I don't have an exact price for what I paid for each thing because it's priced by the pound. But I did find some pretty good deals. I'm sure I only paid about $1/4 for these bundt pans. These were probably my favorite find because they're probably at least vintage. I don't think they're antique, but I love the red and white of this one. And I found these like not anywhere near each other, so I thought it was interesting that I found all three on the same day though. I do wonder if they came from the same place. And then this great orange one, which I love. It has the black inside. All the nice detail here. And then this one, of course, I also love. It's kind of got like an ombre yellow on the outside with the white inside. So I'm still just a sucker for like old kitchen gadgets, and I think these are so cool. I'm not exactly sure how I would display them, but I think they'd just be really pretty on a shelf, and I love them all together. I actually had them in my kitchen for a couple days, so I think that they're really cool all together especially, but I need to part with them because my kitchen is so full of so many things already. But I thought those were really good finds because, like I said, I think I probably paid about $1/4 because they're very lightweight, and everything is weighed by the pound in the cart, so I'm sure those were a good deal. I also just grabbed this at the bins. It's just like a little magnet board. Very new, I'm sure. 2019. But yeah, nothing wrong with it. So I thought I could make a couple dollars on that in my booth also. And then I also just grabbed a few old books because you can get them for a really good price there. This is a Bible that is literally falling apart, but I think it would be so cool on somebody's shelf. So I would say that the books probably cost me about $1 because they are actually measured by width. And I didn't pay super close attention to how much I was getting charged, but I want to say these are probably just $1 or $2. So this is just, I love finding things like this in old books. This says First Baptist Church in Paragould, Arkansas. So if you're from there, I'd be really interested just to hear that. And then this is a daily Bible reader's guide. I don't know if you guys can see that. From 1953, so it has all the Bible verses printed out to read. I just love this. This is basically a relic at this point. I think 53 is one of my parents' birthdays. I won't say which one. But I thought that's pretty special. So I'll leave that in there for my buyer to find too because I think they would like that as well. But I just thought that was a really cool find. You can barely read the Holy Bible, but I just think it has a lot of character to be sitting on someone's shelf. And then just a couple other books. This is the William J. Bennett Book of Virtues. I have the version of this for children. Obviously not vintage or anything, but I thought that it had really good colors. And a trick I will tell you is if you go to the bins, go ahead and just take the dust cover off the hardbacks because you're technically paying for them even though they barely weigh anything. But if you're going to display them on your shelf, underneath the dust cover is where all the pretty books are. So if you see hardbacks there, take the dust cover off and see what's hiding underneath. And then I like to purchase based on the colors of the books underneath the dust cover. So same with this one. It had a dust cover on it, but I just took it off. I do believe this is just Robin Hood. Oh no, it's a book by Thomas Hood, The Poetical Works. But I just thought that the scribes on the side were really pretty. It's a nice dark blue. So again, just another really pretty old book to have displayed on shelves. And then the last book that I grabbed was this Webster's 7th New Collegiate Dictionary. Let's see what year this one's from. Dorothy Gray owned this book. Let's see. This one was printed, looks like the newest year is 1966. So definitely vintage at this point. In pretty good shape though, but again, I like the dark blue with the gold letters. I think that would look really pretty displayed on anybody's shelf. So yeah, just another good find for a couple dollars, and I'll definitely be able to make my money back with a few dollars of profit on each of these books, because old books do sell pretty well for me right now. Okay, and the last thing I think I'm finally ready to part with is this basket that I shared with you guys in a DIY video a few months ago, where I just decoupaged this poster on top and then aged it a little bit. I still absolutely love this, but I know my booth is kind of lacking in inventory right now because we took all of our Christmas inventory out. So this transition is a little bit difficult because I never really know what to put in there. So I think something like this is kind of a showstopper. I love this basket so much, so I'm just hoping that it kind of brings some new life to our booth. And I'm sad. I'm really sad. I think I'd probably sell it though for like around $28, maybe $32 actually. Just I want to make it a number that won't hurt too bad, but is also reasonable for my customer. So I don't know. I would say 32. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that's a fair price? Is it too low? I feel like pricing is definitely the hardest part of this job, but I think I only paid a couple dollars for the basket at a yard sale, like maybe $5. So I have a lot of room there for profit, but it is just kind of special with the added poster on top. I think it looks really pretty. So I don't know. Let me know down below what you would price it at. Oops, I almost forgot that I also grabbed this really beautiful hand crocheted blanket. The handiwork is just amazing on it. It looked nice and clean. It's a really good size. So I think this will just be a really nice addition to my booth, especially during these cold winter months. I hope you guys enjoyed this thrift haul. Let me know down below what your favorite item was today. Make sure that you are subscribed so you can see my next video, which would be an updated antique booth tour once I put all of these new items in there and get all my displays looking nice. And that will be shared in the next couple of days. So I look forward to seeing you guys there in the next video. Thanks so much for watching today. Bye.